Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ben and I'm a photographer and videographer based in North Wales. I am so glad to say I have finally just got back home from shooting a wedding. At last. I last shot a wedding in January this year. Obviously no one's really been shooting many weddings this year, but there we are. I finally got my second wedding of 2020. So as part of my wedding packages I include up to 5 preview images the very next morning. I don't really know why I do it to myself, but I suppose I just love working that much. So the very first thing that I do getting home from a wedding is camera batteries on charge, speed light batteries on charge, microphones on charge, and then I back up my footage. So let's do that now. The only things you're really going to need for this whole job tonight is your memory cards, a coffee, and I find that snacks help as well. So memory cards, let's get those in the computer. Now I use UHS 2 cards along with the ProGrade dual SD card reader, which is USB-C connected through USB-C to the Mac, so I can actually import these pretty quick. So the first thing that I do is create a folder on my desktop. So this is to the internal solid state drive. It is August 22nd today. Laura and Phil. There we go. Because this is just a photography job rather than photo and video, I don't have to make any more folders. I can just dump all the images from both of these cards, and I have a feeling there's a lot of them. There's 997 there, and another 129 there, and another 440 there, and then another 703 right there. So I'm just going to let those copy over, and then from all of those images I'm going to have to pick 5 to send over in the morning. Bear in mind, they don't have to be the best images. I always try and keep the very best for the actual delivery, but this is just to give an idea of what they've got. As well as it's just something nice for them to wake up to in the morning. It means that especially at a time like this when it's very reduced numbers at weddings, a lot of people haven't been able to attend, they can then share those images to those who missed out. So we'll just wait for that. Okay, so now we've done that, the next thing I do is back up my footage. So I've got 8TB LaCie drive here. This is my main sort of working drive, and we'll just copy that new folder right into there, and then we wait again. By the way, I usually find this a great chance to listen to some podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. In normal day-to-day life I don't really find or give the time to it, but while working on photos I think it's a great time to do so. Okay, so once we've backed up the footage, you guessed it, we back up our footage. So this is my second hard drive. Again, go into the right folder and we copy it over, all 112 gigabytes of it. Okay, so now we are finished backing up, we can close all these and go into Lightroom. I'm going to import our images. Okay, so into Lightroom, I've got a separate catalogue just for weddings in 2020. There's not much in it so far. So I'm going to click straight on import, and on the 8TB LaCie I'm going to find the folder. There it is. This could take a while. I'm going to add these to a collection, a new collection called 0822 Laura and Phil. Inside, no, not inside another collection, and create. Put a few keywords, August 20, wedding, Wirral, I just do location stuff, Birkenhead, Priory, Laura and Phil, that will do, and then we click import. Now I do in fact build smart previews for all my images, so this could take some time. Okay, so they've all finished importing and all my previews are built. I always allow for my previews to complete building before I start doing any work on them. In general, it just makes them a lot easier and quicker to work with, rather than trying to run through all the images while it's processing. It makes it a lot easier. So right here we have all the stills from 2 cameras throughout the day. One very important thing to bear in mind is to make sure that the timings on your cameras are identical before you even start shooting. That means that we can have this one big album and we can just sort it all by capture time, and that'll show every image in the order that it was taken. So as I'm shooting through the day, I sort of keep in mind certain shots that I might want to do for the next morning. So I think what I'm going to do is do, let's say, 2 couple photos, 1 groomsman photo, 1 bridesmaid's photo, and just another, I don't know, party shot or something like that. So I roughly know what sort of times that everything happened, so I can just skim through and find those images. So one shot that I've really got on my mind is the happy couple emerging from the church doing the usual confetti run. So obviously the happening means that it's not the typical wedding. Nobody is really stood too close together or anything, but we did do some confetti still. So I'm going to find those images now. This is everyone leaving the church here, and the couple emerges here. So let's go to these images, and we'll run through them quickly. I have a feeling perhaps the times on my cameras aren't quite the same, so I'll have to look into that at some point. Yeah, these are not in quite the right order, but I'm just going to keep looking for a half decent confetti shot. Seems to be starting here. Okay, so I've run through all of them quickly, and all I'm going to do just to mark them is hit number 1 to give them a 1-star rating. There's 1. Unfortunately, it happens the confetti shots aren't quite what I was hoping, because it was so windy and then Laura turns around halfway through. But there we are, we can save those for the main gallery. So I'm going to skip ahead again to the more formal shots. So I'm going to try and find some of the groomsmen and some of the bridesmaids, which starts here. So let's find one. I always just reel off a load of shots because someone is always going to have their eyes closed, and on a day like this when it's so windy, nobody's hair is just going to stay perfectly still. So it's just a case of reeling off a load and finding the best one. Again, eyes closed, eyes closed, eyes closed. Eyes are all open, but you can see there's a lot of hair in her eyes there. Eyes closed. hand in hair and eyes closed. Hand in hair still, eyes closed as well. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Eyes are still closed. Hand in front of face. I think actually one of these ones might be better. I just told them all to sort of talk and joke amongst themselves. I think maybe that one. Or that one could do. And we'll give that one as well. Then we'll skip ahead to the groomsmen. That one's not too bad, but there's a tongue out. I'll still star it. Yeah, that one's quite nice. Okay, so that would have taken forever if I'd just gone through every single image. So I've gone through and starred quite a few photos. I'm now just going to go into my rated images. So I now have just a few to go through rather than 2,269. So I think I'm going to go with that one. So all I'm going to do now is give it 2 stars. And then one of the girls, I'm thinking that one. I want one of the boys. I think maybe that one. One of the couple. This is outside the ceremony venue. I'm going to have a go at that one. And then I also took a couple shots outside the reception venue as well. So I'm thinking this one. I'll give that 2 stars. So then we just click on the 2-star images and we've just got our 5 images. So going to develop, I'm just going to quickly hover over a few presets just to see what sort of look they're giving to the photos. I've just recently got Chris Turner's presets actually. I had a feeling they might not quite work over here. He's based in New Zealand and maybe it's just the LUTs that everyone uses, but I get the impression that they have almost a different sort of light down there in terms of outdoor stuff. But these don't look too bad at all. So I'm going to give it a go with the soft preset, though I'll just hover over one of my presets as well just to see what that looks like. And I'll just try on the other images before I actually apply anything. So yeah, I think I might actually try using Chris's presets and then playing with them from there. So I'm going to go with his soft preset. Just going to apply that to all the images first and then I can go in and tweak them. Now this one later on, I think I might use a different preset just because it was a bit darker, it had been raining a lot, so the light was different to earlier on in the day. I'm going to try the universal preset. Okay, so first off, white balance. What you do, hit W, pick your spot. I'm going to try on Phil's sleeve to start with. That looks very warm. I'll try Laura's dress, maybe the baby in the background. That's warm again. Okay, so I'm just sort of assuming here that Laura's dress is the most pure white thing in this image, except maybe the paper around her bouquet. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll do that if I can with all the images. I'm just going to copy, check none, and then just the white balance, and basically paste that to the other images. Obviously this one is different, so I'll try a couple of spots. Okay, I think this final image I might have to do just totally separately, just because it's a totally different lighting condition. So I'm just going to play around with these quickly, see what I come up with, and then export them. Okay, honestly, I think that'll probably do them. Like I say, these are just previews. It's just something for the couple to see almost immediately. They can share with their friends, put them on social media. It just gives a good impression of what they'll be getting from their final gallery. So I'm just going to export those as JPEGs. I will rename these ones as custom name sequence. I'll just name them 200822, 2020 August 22nd, Laura and Phil preview. I'll export them at around 72%, and the short edge, in fact I'll change it to width at 1080 pixels. So that's sort of Instagram resolution, much the same for Facebook as well, which would be just ideal for them to post themselves or email to their friends. Okay, and they'll just take a few seconds to export. Then one thing that I'll always do ahead of time is I'll create a WhatsApp group between myself and the couple. It just means that if there's any last minute changes or any emergencies, they can contact me directly and I can message them at the same time, and we're all up to speed. So all I'm going to do is find the previews. There they are. Drag them in. Obviously you could do this on your phone instead. And quick little message, little congratulations. Yeah, little message saying congratulations, feel free to share the photos wherever you want, and then hit send. And that is job complete. I've just noticed my light has died over there. So yeah, pretty much every wedding that I shoot, I always try and get just a few preview images over to the couple. It's just a great little taster of what they're going to receive as a final product, and it's always just nice for them to show everyone else as well. So that's it for me tonight. I need to go to bed. It is now 1:30 in the morning. No, I can't. I've got a video to upload. So if you like this video, please do feel free to give it a like and hit subscribe down below as well if you want to see more. I'll try and do some more of these wedding videos. Weddings are starting to open up again here in the UK. Granted, I don't have many booked in. Most people have postponed or cancelled. But I'll try and do what I can. If you've got any questions at all, whether it's about my shooting or my editing, or maybe you need a wedding photographer, then do leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. So until the next one, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, maybe learnt something from it. I would suggest checking out Chris Turner's presets if you haven't already. I'm quite enjoying them so far. And yeah, until the next one, be good, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.